Video, a little short video I'm going to make. Just something I was playing around with and I thought was pretty interesting because there was a couple of things I liked about it. I'll show you in a second. I got to set this up real quick. I have to set this up. Maybe it's taking forever. Oops. Like that. Sorry, I can't see the screen right now, so if you're talking, I can't hear you yet, or I can't see it. I'm just setting this up as quick as I can, but my computer's nice and fast, but YouTube is not so fast. Come on, it's trying to catch up to me when I make these. There we go. I think I did everything right there. Okay, so I had an idea. Again, I had an idea, and it was pretty, at first I was like, eh, but I'm going to try something different. Much, much, much different. Same concept as my hardwired, in the sense that I have the protection from the shield, but I've added the Memento backpack and I've added a different set to play around with. And the reason why I did that is because I thought of something, and I'll show you exactly what I'm trying to do, or what I've been playing with. So most people don't use this, but I am using the rigger piece, the rigger set. But I've ran it as a weapon core version of it. The reason why I decided to turn this into a weapon core version is because if you look at the chest piece, interestingly enough, it has so normally when you interact with a skill you get 25% skill damage, but this comes with 50% skill damage if you wear the chest piece. So I thought, okay, let's turn this into a weapon core with this. Now here's the other thing I didn't know. So with the shield, what I didn't know about the shield, and I gotta confirm this, so I'm gonna have to let this, I might have to let it run out. I didn't know that the Memento backpack would actually help your shield out as well, but it does. I didn't think it would buff it, but it sort of does. I'm about to lose my big buff. Siren, somebody's behind me, I'm gonna die. Maybe not. I might be able to survive, but I doubt it. Okay, never mind. I'm fine. Come here, you little fucker. That's exactly what I want to see. Nice. Alright, so I like this a lot. It's not as quick as my hardwired, but it does more damage. I mean skill damage. Without having to resort to putting this on. Although I could try around without using the shield, but that's not going to be very good. I don't know how that's going to turn out, but we'll try it. I want to get some shots on these guys before I use a skill on them. Whoa, 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 I didn't know that. Where did these guys come from? Yeah, I'm dead. Yeah, they weren't there a minute ago. Where the fuck did they come from? So I walk into this room, there's nobody here, and then all of a sudden, they just magically spawn behind me. That's awesome. I love it. Nothing surprises me in this game. Okay, let's try this again. Hold on, let me just make sure nothing's behind me. Nope, nothing's here. If anything spawns behind me, I'm not gonna be happy. It's bad enough you gotta put up with their bullshit. They don't need to be spawning behind you on top of that. Okay, I really gotta switch these up real quick. Get that fuck out of here with that. I got something for you.
Targeting enemy.
Get out of here. Okay, so what they're looking for is an angle on me, which they're trying to get, which I cannot let them have. But if you're gonna give me free, oh, come on, get. Oh. Come here. Oh, you little bitch. Lay down. Okay, okay, nothing, everything's dead. Just so you know, I'm not using rigor. This is not rigor. Or sorry, this is not hardwired. This is a red rigor build that I'm using. I'm using chest piece because it gives me 50% skill damage when I interact with this guy right here. As soon as I throw this guy, he gets a 50% skill damage buff for 10 seconds, and trust me, it's more than enough time to get to its target. So, but what I didn't know, well, I guess I should have known this, but I didn't know that the memento backpack gave me a little bit of a boost here on the shield. Every time I pick up one of those stacks, I think it is giving me more health than on my shield. It seems that way anyways. That or I just didn't see it right. Okay, well I just need to shoot this guy in the head. Come on, stand up. There we go. I actually quite like this. It's kind of cool. I like it. I just have to figure out how I okay. So here, this is really annoying. This noise. I just got to figure out how I would run this. I just threw random weapons here because I'm not really going to use them unless I have to. But I just got to figure out how to use this. If I was going to use this in conflict, I wouldn't use the memento backpack. Just because it's not, I don't know, it's just not viable. So if I was to do this in conflict, I think I might do this and this. I know I'm not using a shotgun, but that is actually it's actually pretty decent. Oh, I gotta put a piece there too. Now I gotta see how much that would actually affected me. Okay, not too much. Okay, so 7.9 million health on my shield. Let's fix this up. Let's see what happens when we go like this. Put that back on. Okay, so we have no stacks, right? No stacks, okay, no stacks. No stacks, okay, so let's look at the shield. The shield has 9.7 million health. So let's see what happens when we start doing stuff to it. Whoops. I'm curious because I want to know, like, just want to make sure I have the right stuff here. Whoops. I think I just took it back off.
Agent requesting backup.
Yeah, screw that. I did take it off by accident. Oh, you can't go backwards, okay. So, what I want to do, okay, that's better. So I know that my shield is only 9.7 million, but that's going to change. If I'm correct on this, that is going to change. That should change once I start getting stacks. There's one stack. Let me just check my shield real quick. Yeah, see the shield health is going up. Now it's 10.6. No, you didn't get nothing. I got you is more like it. Okay, so now she's at 10.9. So it's yeah, it does actually help your the memento backpack actually does boost up your shield health. So now that gives me a lot of ideas. I am going to literally now that now I didn't really pay attention to whether it helped your shield or not. It does, and that's good because now I'm gonna make a super shield. I've already got ideas.
Accessing server. Field terminals detected nearby.
Oh, it's my turn. Just give me a second. Thank you. My turn. It doesn't tickle, does it? It's not so funny when you get it spammed on. Oh shit. What's that angle, right? You don't want to let them get the angle on you. See, he shot me in the side because I was exposed. So I gotta make sure that I don't let that happen. Oh, you little bastard. Yeah, you're running away, you little pussy. Okay. Okay, so I gotta be careful because that robot, I don't want that robot getting an angle. I mean, he's gonna run back to that shit again. I gotta get over to that thing. I'm gonna do this. Yeah, that shit didn't save your life that time. Okay, there we go. So, it's funny. It's a funny story because, yes, I'm using a shield, but I'm actually using the rigger gear set. So, it's actually pretty nice. I'm doing it for the 50% skill damage on the chest piece. Oh, never mind. That's right, now it's in my favor. These guys are running from me. Thank you. Alright, so like I said, I'm using 4-piece rigger, memento backpack, chiller mask. Chiller mask, I have all skill haste on it and some repair skills, but I can't fix the repair skills on the chiller mask because I forgot and I optimized it, and I didn't realize that once you optimize it, you can no longer recalibrate it. Which sucks, because I can't really get another chiller mask, so it's got to stay with repair skills forever. Unless, of course, they bring it out again. But I have my 4-piece riggers, and I like the rigger because I get a boost of... normally you get 25% skill damage when you interact with a skill, which is like telling it to, attack here. You just have to throw it and it'll activate this little talent. However, since I'm running this, the chest piece, I get 50% skill damage on that skill for 10 seconds. And not to mention, my shield gets a nice boost from the memento backpack as well, which I didn't really know. I didn't realize that you could increase the health on your shield if you were using the memento backpack. Which, like I said, I've got some big ideas now. I'm going to make a super shield. I don't know how much armor I'm going to be able to get on that shield, but I'm going to make a super shield. I'm gonna hide for a minute. Let's see if I have the pieces on me. Hey, not too bad, not too bad. Yeah, just playing around with the rigger gear set as a red build. It's actually kind of fun. I paired it up with the memento backpack there. What I didn't realize about this, like I just said, is I didn't realize that you could actually make your shield stronger. See, it went down a little bit because I haven't picked up any stacks in a bit. But I'm going to see if I can get myself a very, very, very strong shield. Just give me a second. I don't know if I can, because I don't know if I have the pieces. But I'm definitely going to try. Shit. Let me see what the shield is right now. Shield has 15 million right now. Okay. I add point man to that. And put like a shit. Of course I have another blue piece, but it's there. Okay. We're just gonna roll with this then, I guess. I need one more piece though, so we're gonna have to roll with this for now. Okay. We still have stacks, but the stacks are diminished, so I need to refresh my shit. There we go. I'd like to take my thing down for a minute, but I won't be able to see if I do that. Yes. Come on. Uh-oh. You know what that means? Yeah, that means run. $17 million. Yes, it would be a good option, but that's not how I'm running this. Could be, yep. She's running from me. Are you done? Lay it down. See, I really don't need Vanguard on this. I mean, I could use it, but I really don't need it because I'm running... I need to put a mod there, but I'm running hardwired a different way. Normally I would run it with a backpack, but I'm trying it a different way. It seems to be working still pretty decent. But this guy right here, he is really making my shield strong. I don't know if there's any more pieces I missed over here or any drops. I think I got them all. This thing gives me 3% armor regen. It gives me 30% skill efficiency and 30% weapon damage, which actually works out great. Yep, I had protector on earlier. Oh yeah, it works fine. Because I can keep using the I can keep doing the thing here, right? I can keep doing this. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I'm crazy. I do things really different. You think I'm scared of your sniper rifle, pussy? You're not getting behind me.
What is this TV shit?
Yeah, so, I mean, I normally would run this with Point Man, but I've discovered that I don't really need it. Now, if I was running this in Conflict, which I have run in Conflict, I don't use the change that I make. Oh, no. Ah, shit. And reload. Whew. Thank God I have 3 controllers. I forgot that one was dying. Anyways, what I was saying was, in Conflict, if I played this in the DZ, I would use this in the DZ. I would not use that backpack in Conflict. It's nice because it gives you all 3 cores, but it's just not. In Conflict, it's just a waste of time in my opinion. Right? It's good, but it's not good. I'd rather use something else. But in PvE, or uh-oh, this controller might have some drift going on. Let me see. There's the controller drift. Right? See how he keeps going back? When I do that, he keeps moving sideways on his own. So that's what they were talking about when they were talking about PS5 controller drift. Because this is one of my original... Oh, he's doing it again. This is one of my original controllers for my PS5. So the other one I was using is a red one. It's got the updated fix on it. Oh my god, this is bad. Hold on. God, I wish they'd stop. If you're gonna charge me $100 for a controller, at least make it so this shit doesn't happen. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna have to use my other controller, or plug in my good one. Let me just test it and see, make sure this one doesn't have controller drift as well. Okay, no, it doesn't. Thank God. So one of my 3 controllers has the controller drift, and that's where you let go of your stick and it keeps going like this on its own to the side, to the opposite side of where you're pointing. That's garbage. Okay, I hate that. I hate when they do that. Like, they fixed it. They fixed it with the new controllers they have, like the newer ones. You got to look at the thing. Yeah, no, you heard the NPCs yelling at me. He's got no cover, and I'm like, yeah, I got this big shield though. That kind of is my cover. Um, yeah, the controller drift is real. If you get a PS5, make sure. Let me just look at the number again. Let me just see here. There is a number on the back of your controller, like a little serial thing. And if it has, where is it? I'm pretty sure these are original, so I know that they definitely don't have the fix in it. I'm pissed off right now because one of my 3 controllers has controller drift, and there's no way to fix it that I know of, unless I took it to somebody that knows how to take it apart and fix that issue. But I don't know if you can fix it. But in the new controllers, there's 3 new ones that they had out. There's a purple one, I think a red one. I got one of the new ones. Yeah, it's PS5. But it's $100 a controller. And for you to have an issue, I've only had it for a year. I mean, I guess I guess I've gotten some good use out of it. It's kind of annoying in the other sense, because my PS4 controllers I had for like 7 years, and I never had controller drift once on them. Thank you. Because they're getting that side angle on me, right? See how he's trying to get that angle on me? I'm gonna back up a little bit. So the whole point of this is I gotta not let them have that, because that's what they're trying to do. Is they're trying to get the angle on me, like where my shield can't cover me. The splash damage is real too. So is that though. Thank you. Oh, you want to spam, do you? Yoo. Let me just go collect these. I just gotta make sure that nobody's got an angle on me. So when you're fighting somebody right here, if you got somebody that's right here, he's got like the whole side of you to shoot at. So that's what I mean. You gotta be careful of that. So when I come, I'm gonna have to go like this and try to maintain at the same time. Oh, see? Trying to get that side angle on me.
Incoming. High risk hostile.
The controller drift is something that you can't really fix in the settings. It's when you're there's a thing that that controls your analog sticks, and when it breaks, it gives your controller just automatically starts going the opposite way. It does some weird shit, and it's not fun. Oh, I could run the Artificer if I wanted to, because I'm running Technician. Oh no, you little bastard. Oh, you little bastard, did you see that? Did you see what he tried to do there? He literally tried to make it so that, like, the secret mine would get me too. Now, normally when I run this, I don't know if it'll hurt me though if it hits me. I don't think it will, but it might. I'll show you what I normally do. I'm going to back this off for a minute. So what I normally do when I run this is I normally run... where did I put it? I can't do it because he's chasing me. Or I would. I need to get this guy to back off so I can change my shit. I'll change that in a minute when I can. Oh. So what I normally do when I run this, or what I have been doing I should say when I run this, is I do that so that I have double bleeds on them. Hey, what's up, Jacob? That's what I normally do when I run this. I run it with the Vile Mask, because then I get a double bleed on them, right? I'll show you in a minute when I can get a chance to do it. That might be hard. And the reason why I say that, the reason why I say it might be hard is because the only way I could do that is if I could somehow roll myself into like a lot of hazard protection, because the hunters do like a little disruption to you every so often. It's quite often. You could do it if they didn't disrupt you, but that's the problem, is they do, which makes it a little bit harder. Not saying you can't solo the thing. You just gotta really have something that doesn't require, you know, if you get disrupted. Yeah, they do. They EMP you, and their EMPs last a little bit. They're not like quick, you know. They don't just go away. And I guess, if you had hazard protection, I think you could shorten it, but their timing on those things is really annoying. So when they rush you, sometimes they EMP you just before they run in, so that you really have to think about what you're doing. They're not stupid. You could probably solo those guys with a hazard build though, if you had like a maximum hazard protection, because I don't think their disrupt would work on you. And if it doesn't work on you, then you could definitely solo those guys. It might take you a little longer, but chest piece again. Oh. I'm just trying to see what this is. Yeah, no, I actually had a good, let me see this. I'm just trying to read this here. Yeah, I like how somebody just explained that. So when I was doing my when I did that video the other day, the one floor I did, um, somebody said something like there was, you know, there was a little bit of purples, and there was like maybe one or two yellows and a lot of reds. So he thought I was playing it on normal, and I said no, no, no. I said, let me explain one thing here, because I'm pretty sure I know this is right too. So they know that you can stack damage protection from elites, right? So that's why they tend to throw a lot of reds at you. But don't take lightly on those reds. When you see like a red NPC rushing you on legendary, don't think that it's going to be an easy, like, if you can't get the shot off on them, if they get close enough to you, they can kill your ass. A lot of people think that, oh, it's just a red, you know. Yeah, well, that red can hit just as hard as that yellow, and I found that out. Especially the shotgunners. A red shotgunner can hit just as hard as the gold ones. Sorry. I've played this with 4 people on legendary, and I think we had 3. I have 2 directives on because I don't really like the other ones. But we had like, I think we had 3 or 4 of them on, and to be honest, I didn't see a difference in gear. And we did try it once with all of them on, and I was using my shield, and I did not see a ton of difference in drop rates for things. So that's why I just used 2, because I couldn't be bothered taking 5 years, especially if I'm by myself, taking 5 years to get through this. And again, a legendary build is a legendary build, right? If you go into conflict, or you go into the DZ, I mean, that legendary build probably won't work. Unless, of course, you test it. See, there's some people out there that don't really test the legendary builds beyond that. And I think that if you want to have like a build that you know is going to work, you've got to test it in the dark zone, you've got to test it in conflict, and you've got to test it on legendary. And if it passes those 3, you're good. If it doesn't, then you need to figure out why it doesn't work in whatever it didn't work in. I gotta go back to the White House though, because I gotta tear a bathroom apart in a couple minutes. I'm not gonna leave yet, but in a couple minutes I'm gonna. Because I see a lot. I've actually tried some build videos out. Like, I actually tried the builds, and they worked great in Legendary. I'm not gonna deny it. They did. But then when I went into Conflict and I went into Dark Zone, it didn't work that great. So, I mean, that's what I mean. That is the three rules that I have now. It's got to work in Legendary, it's got to work in the DZ, and it's got to work in Conflict. It makes it harder. It makes it harder to make a build because you really got to think about it. It's not something that's just gonna be like, oh, it works on Legendary, but then when I go in the Dark Zone, I get owned. Like that's got to pass that. You got to be able to survive in the Dark Zone as well with the same build, in order for you to say that's a good build. Because I mean, yeah, no, exactly. You know what makes it even harder though is when you get a bunch of randoms and there's 4 of you. You're playing it on Legendary and you get to the hunters and they don't realize how crazy they are. They treat them like rogue agents, and I'm like, no, 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 no. Hunters and rogue agents are on different levels. Okay? Hunters and rogue agents are not the same. Yes, rogue agents can be a pain in the ass, but you get a hunter replacing that rogue agent, and you've got bigger problems. Because they can do things that the rogue agents can't do. Which is constantly heal, like, and I mean heal. Yeah. So basically, experimenting with things. Yeah, that's the difference. Is, see, rogue agents kind of hang back. They might rush you. They might not. Hunters don't give a shit. They will rush you. And they won't stop rushing you. Especially if you're in a group of 4, especially if one goes down. If one of your group members goes down, those hunters will all come. And they will rush. Because especially if it was your strongest player went down, they will definitely rush you. It's like they detect weakness. They're like, okay, we got 3 skill builds in there, for example. We can kill these guys. Easy. Their DPS guys down. Or both of their DPS guys are down. So now we know, then they rush in. Rogue agents are the same. Like when you play on Legendary in the Summit, I think there's 5 of them that come out when there's 4 people. 5. If one person goes down, you can guarantee that all 5 of those rogue agents are coming rushing in. This happened to us the other night. I actually survived 5 rogue agents. I was the only one left, and I had that pistol build that I was just not quite the way I'm using it right now. So what I change up here is I was running this. Where is it? I was running explosive delivery with a China light, and I actually took the violent mask off, and I actually used the punch drunk. I put this on, and this is how I was running it. And I backed myself into a corner. So they had no angle on me, so they couldn't shoot me from the side or behind, and I killed all 5 of them myself. It was hard. It was brutal, but I did it. Or if you don't want to find a corner, you can just retreat and just, if this is the doorway, lay some traps down. Lay some traps in the doorways. So when they come barreling in, they're going to get shocked or something's going to happen, and then you can just take them out. Riot phone them, whatever you want to do. It wasn't easy though. I mean, literally, as soon as people went down, they all came after me. It's like they knew. They're like, you're the only one left? Cool. Yeah. Unfortunately, some people in my house think that, we need to do like everything at once. around the house. Like, we need to do the shed, we need to do this, we need to do that, and the list goes on. And it's like, you think I'm doing all that in one day? You are crazy. I got this list, and I'm looking at it, and I'm looking at the day, and I'm looking at everything else, and I'm like, there's no way in hell I'm gonna have enough time for that. Even if I did, I'll get to the couple of things that I know can get done relatively good. But this shed that she wants to knock down, no way. It's not a small shed, and it first of all, I had squirrels in my shed that destroyed everything in there. So the first thing I got to do before anything happens is I got to go into that shed and I got to clean it and possibly watch out that I don't get bit by squirrels, because they might have a nest in there now. So I'm gonna have to go in there with some sort of weapon, just in case. Yeah, and I got to clean that up first before anything happens, and then I can start tearing it down. And it's not going to be easy, because I'm going to have to get the sledgehammer out. And hopefully there's no surprises when I take it down. Like, it wasn't hiding something, you know what I mean? Because around my house, that when we bought this house, I found so many things that it would just blow your mind how many things I've had to fix, and scary things too, like electrical. Like the guy that used to own my house, the outside light, for example, it kept getting a short in it, so we had to look at it, and I'm not kidding you. This guy, he put his own light thing in there. He had it held by Scotch tape. If those wires would have touched, he didn't even have a cap on it. If those wires would have touched, there would have been a fire. Thankfully, we found that before that. Well, if they have babies in there, they can get aggressive, right? And I don't know if they do. Any animal, right? Have you ever seen a raccoon when you go near its babies? You want to see Psycho? Yeah. Well, squirrels are the same. I mean, birds are the same too. Like, we were out fishing one time, and we didn't know there was a nest on one of the islands had like birds, and we had to take a leak. So I went on there, and I didn't know that they had a nest there. I got back in the boat, started it up, and all of a sudden these birds come out, and they're just freaking bombing at us, like literally. And they chased us like probably a good 2 miles. They just kept bombing at us, like bomb diving at us. Jesus, jeez. Like, I'm supposed to know you have babies on this island, in the tree somewhere, because I came into their territory, right? They chased us halfway across the lake, basically. And then they retreated. But that was actually where the good fish were on that side of the lake. So when we tried to come back over to that side of the lake, because we had to, because the boat launch was there, they did the same thing. As soon as they saw us get near, like back in that area, they started doing the same thing. But yeah, I was electrocuted as a kid as well, because my sister decided one time I had to go do, like, we used to have our laundry thing in the basement like normal people. I mean, now you have them up in the bathrooms and stuff, right? But ours was normal, and it wasn't. I don't think those machines existed then. Just the top loaders. So I was going down to do my laundry. I think I was about 12, 13 at the time, and I flicked the light switch. It was dark, nothing was going on. I knew there was a lamp down there, so I made my way down there, and I went to turn the lamp on, and my sister had broken the bulb. And when I reached in to turn it, I grabbed the filament, because I didn't know that the bulb, I didn't know that it was broken. And yeah, I got a shock, and I couldn't let go, and I was getting shocked more and more. It's not fun. It's a weird feeling, And it literally is true. When you grab onto something and you get electrocuted, you cannot let go. I had to kick it off me. Like, I had to boot the shit out of my hand to get it off me because I couldn't let go. And then I laid there for about 20 minutes going, oh boy, hopefully there wasn't enough amps in there. Then I gave my sister shit. I think what I ended up doing is taking her Barbies and decapitating her Barbies. And then I gave her shit. I was like, if you're gonna break a lamp, you know, at least turn the goddamn power, unplug it, you know? Like, don't leave it plugged in for me to, you know, go get shocked. That could have been it could have been it could have been a bad thing. I was lucky. But I will tell you this, ever since then, I have a lot of static. For years I've had a lot of static. I have actually saw an arc when I touched the metal on the door handle. I actually saw an arc and a snap when I touched it. And people heard it. They're like, wow, what the hell? I went to go into a convenience store one time and touch the handle. And you could see the little blue arc off my finger when it touched it. And you heard it. You heard it. You could hear it for a block. It was a big snap. So now what I do is when I try to hit, I kind of slap the metal before I do anything, and then it kind of discharges it. Especially if I'm sitting on the couch. If I sit on the couch and I get up, I have to immediately find the nearest metal piece and touch it real quick so that it cancels it. Otherwise, if I touch something, it'll be like, shh. I shock my wife all the time. Yeah, well, when you can actually see the shit coming off your fingers, that's not good. You shouldn't be able to see the blue arcs. So I don't know if that was one of the side effects of what happened to me with this major shock that I got, but I have a lot of electrostatic. That's why I said I don't like touching things. I'm afraid to touch things sometimes. Yeah. My wife went to fix my shirt one day and she touched it and got shocked. And she wouldn't do it again. She wouldn't come near me after that. And it was a big shock too. You could hear it. She was like, "Shh. Okay, fix your own shirt." Okay. Alright, I'm gonna get off here for now because I gotta get, no. I think the worst burn I ever had was, the worst burn I ever had was when we were doing I was working in because I was a chef, right? So I was working the pans, like I was doing that section, and I threw some pans into the oven to let them cook and do their thing, and I forgot, or sorry, I took them out, and I was doing other things. I was helping somebody else, and I forgot about the pans being hot. Like I forgot that I had just pulled them out, and I reached over and grabbed one, and I'm telling you, I got a white burn. Like I got an instant white burn across the palm of my hand. I'm telling you, you only do that once. Alright guys, I'm gonna go for now because I gotta get some shit done here like real quick. I'll be on later as usual. Have a good one.